Guys, it's great to be back doing another one of our shipping videos for you, and this one is a proper shipping video. Last week we didn't do a normal customer shipping video. We did basically a video where we were looking at one of every model in our range, and so if you haven't already seen that and you're interested to see that, go back and have a look, and just kind of comparing all the different models, looking at the details of each, and hopefully it was useful for you. Something a little bit different. The reason for that was just, production flow. Depends on what's coming through here different weeks, and we were working on a lot of customer or stock guitars instead of the customer guitars, so it just changes the flow every week, but we have a great selection of customer guitars going through this week, and some really nice virtuos. I think we have 6 virtuos this week. Black quilted maple is kind of going to be our theme today. 5 absolutely stunning black quilted maple guitars. Amazing Chimera here at the end that we're going to have a look at. 3 really beautiful big X30. So a really nice selection of guitars this week. And I'm also going to tell you at the end of this video, we're going to go up to the veneer room where I'm going to be cutting the veneer for the Guitar 10,000. So we've had so much going on here. In 3 weeks' time, we've got the Emerald Tour starting. That's going to be a very exciting time. We're coinciding that with the reopening of the factory, or the grand official opening of our factory here. We've been building it, we've been working in it, and it's finally almost coming to an end. We're just doing the last things, and we'll be opening our gallery and showroom at that stage. So that's exciting. That's going to happen on the 13th of May. So all our guests on the tour are going to come here to the factory, and we're going to open that then. I might give you maybe a little sneak preview before that. We'll see in maybe the shipping video the week before. If we have the gallery looking nice, we'll maybe take you on a little visit in there. But it's exciting because we've really lacked a proper gallery space. This room that we have in here, where I do all the shipping videos, it's essentially it's a stock room. It's a part of our stock area where we do our quality control and do our shipping from. And yes, it's a good spot for people to come and look at guitars, but these guitars are transient. They're, it's changing every day, so we don't have a good display. So we're going to finally have a really great place. Whenever you come all the way to Ireland from wherever you are around the world, we're going to have a beautiful place to take you and show you and let you experience our guitars. And about 70 of them, I think, in there. So that's going to be cool. Right, let's have a look at guitars. Let's actually start on the back wall. Let's start with our black quilted maples. Black quilted maple is something that I love doing. For a long time, I just couldn't find the right way to do black quilted maple. A lot of the colors that we do are done by transparent pigments that we put in the clear coats. We spray over the top of the veneers. We can't do a normal staining process because after we mold our guitar, all the pores in the wood are filled up with resin, which is great. Stops any movement from temperature and humidity after the molding process, but it doesn't allow it to take a stain in the normal way. So that's why we do transparent colors and pigments, and it's a beautiful process. But for black, that always was a problem because you can't just put transparent black over a guitar. It just becomes black. Just doesn't work. And then we come up with a method where we pre-dye the veneer. So we have a special solution that we immerse the veneer into for up to 24 hours. It soaks in the black right the way into all the fiber, right the way to the center of it, and it gives us this really great finish. So it's something we kind of refined and perfected over a period of time, and we love it. And we love it because of the colors and how it blends so well with carbon. When we do this with the quilted maple, and we've done it recently with Tamawash and had great results, and we're trying it with some other veneers. But with the quilted maple specifically, what you get is you get this beautiful color. You still get all the refraction and the holographic effect that you get with quilted maple. So you still get that movement. The dark areas, when you move it, become light, and the light becomes dark, and that's really nice. But all the colors, I think, just blend really well. I was going to show you black carbon, this one's green carbon, but blend really well with the carbon, the black carbon fiber colors. You know, like you see here on the raw carbon bridge, you know, the colors that we have in here and that same kind of movement really works very well with the black quilted maples. So I love that color combination. So this one is going out to David in Montana, and so it's a virtu, and we have 6 virtuos this week. The virtu is I've said it, and many influencers and people that have tried them have said it. It is the most versatile guitar out there. You've got an acoustic guitar, you've got an electric guitar, you've got a MIDI guitar, all in one. It's great plugged in, also works great plugged out. I really just ticks all the boxes. Just talking to somebody yesterday, and he was telling me about how much he's loving it in recording sessions. So great recording guitar because it gives him so much versatility to be able to, you know, pull in different sounds as he's working. You can split these into single coils, you get the humbuckers, all on board with Fishman influences, blend those all together. Actually, this is where we should probably cut in a little clip from Justin Johnson talking about why he used the Virtuo in his recent video.
All right, so this guitar right here is the Virtua model from Emerald Guitars. And what makes this guitar so cool is, for one, the fact that it is made out of carbon fiber. So it's a hollow body guitar, and you can see, especially on the back here, you can see that carbon fiber pattern. It's basically hollow inside because carbon fiber is so structurally strong. You don't really need like a core that goes through, you know, the sound chamber like you do with most like hollow body or semi-hollow body guitars. So it's got a really unique like resonance to it already. It's also very light, very easy to play. But I think the thing for me that really I love the most about the tone is the fact that it's got these 2 humbucker pickups, which you can coil split, so you can turn these into single coils. But then it also has a piezo system, like a piezo bridge right here, which is what you normally find on acoustic guitars. So on my Biscuit House album, I use this guitar on the tracks Before You Go, part 1, and then on Before You Go, part 2. I was really trying to dial in like that kind of psychedelic 60s, you know, like acid rock kind of vibe, especially like inspired by The Doors and Robbie Krieger's tone. And I think on that song specifically, I used the single coil setting. I used the middle position with the pickups, and then I dialed in just a little bit of the piezo sound. And so what that gave me was this really nice sustain, this nice kind of hollow body electric guitar tone. But when you dial in, which is nice that this has like a blend knob, so you can blend in the piezo. I just blend in just a tiny bit, and it adds so much articulation to the tone. It really makes the attack of the tone pop. And, you know, I play that song with my fingers. You know, I play a lot finger style, but it almost gave me an attack that sounds like I was playing with a flat pick. So a big part of my performance on the guitar for this song had so much to do with especially the interplay with the drums. It takes me back to a lot of the early Santana when I first started listening to Santana, and it just sounded like this tribal village just like dancing around a fire or something like that. And all of the guitar parts sounded like they were based on what was going on in the percussion section, in the drum section. And Rick Lano on drums was just on fire. I remember the moment recording this in the studio.
Yeah, so that's fantastic from Justin, and Justin's been loving his Virtuo, and great to see that he's digging into all the settings and finding sounds that are unique to that instrument, and that's really what it's all about, you know, freeing up new sounds from our guitars. So black quilted maple on here. Black hardware always goes really well with black quilted maple. We've got the silver vines running up the fretboard, and a few people have done this recently, and I really like it. So we've got this little accent color in green on the figure of 8 on the 12th fret, and that's a hint at what's coming behind because it's green carbon, and that's what I've really enjoyed about having the primary and secondary colors that you can choose. So now you can connect the secondary colors to the colors of your guitar, and I think it works really well. So yeah, absolutely beautiful black quilted maple Virtuo. Then this one's going to Wyeth in North Carolina, and this is an X20. And you'll see, you know, depending on the character of the maple, you get quite a different character in the overall finish on the top. This one's got some really beautiful silvery lines to it. Also really like how, you know, it depends on the makeup of the wood, you know, so all the grain patterns, you know, will take the dye slightly different. So that's why we get these really nice sort of lighter lines coming through, and it really highlights them, creates this wonderful pattern, which I love. So a beautiful X20 with black quilted maple, black carbon, and this is pure acoustic, no pickup in here, just stunning, stunning. Then let's come back to that one at the end. Another black quilted maple Virtuo, and this one with a slightly different direction. So gone with black quilted or black carbon back and sides, but the gold hardware, and I think the gold and the black work really well together. Yeah, very nice. Just stands out beautifully. Very nice pattern on that black quilted maple top, and the gold hardware really makes it pop. So that's going to Sean in Massachusetts. Then we have this one. This beauty is going to Andrew in New Mexico, and yeah, this is a really nice configuration. So we've got an X7. So the X7 is our shorter scale, 24-inch scale, 12 fret to the body, parlor size guitar. It's black quilted maple again on the top. Beautiful pattern, beautiful movement on that top. It's got the adjustable bridge with the Graphtec piezos and the K&K Pure Minis inside. We've got the Celtic vines with a white infinity knot there, and then a slotted headstock. And I love the slotted headstock. It's something that I've loved having in our range in our nylon guitars. It's got such nice detail, and I'll give you a hint. Well, not really a hint. I'm going to give you a bit of information. The Guitar 10,000 is going to have a slotted headstock, but the tuners on it are really extra special. So you're going to see that as it comes together. Something really quite different we're doing with the tuners. So yeah, beautiful X7 with black carbon back and sides, and yeah, that headstock just really sets that off. So congratulations on that, Andrew. And talking about slotted headstocks, we've got a Kestrel. So this is going out to Michael in New Jersey, and again with the black quilted maple. Look at that, so nice. Yeah, it's very, very elegant on that big Kestrel arch slop. We've got black hardware all around. We've got the offset lines in silver. We've got MVP on the 12th fret in white. That beautiful slotted headstock on the top that we do on the Kestrel. So slightly different design slotted headstock than we do on the other guitars on the Kestrel, and a black carbon back and sides. That's just so elegant. I love it. So that's a really nice set of black quilted maples, and I thought it was nice to show them all together in one set. So right, we're going to more virtu. So I don't need to tell you about the spec of the virtu and what it's all about. So for these, we'll just focus just on the color and specifications. This one's going to Dennis in Slovenia. Beautiful country, actually. I visited Slovenia when I was about 21 or 22 years old, and I'd love to go back someday. This is Co.Donegal, and very nice positioning of this Co.Donegal. I really like how the lighter wood in the center here comes up and frames right around the neck. Just you know, it perfectly matches the neck pocket there. Yeah, such a good design. Then amber back and sides, offset lines in gold. And again, I think those offset lines just catch nicely with the golden heart to this, and then the black hardware. Then we're going to John in West Virginia, and that one is Royal Ebony, and amazing pattern on that Royal Ebony. Very bold, vibrant pattern. You got that contrast between the very light wood and the jet black, and that's really stands out in that on that top. Black hardware, and then a teal back and side. So we're going to see, well, the next one is teal. So this is teal over the black carbon. This is teal over vibrant, and yeah, you can see quite different but the same color. So yeah, congratulations on that one, John. A beauty. And I love how everyone is so unique. Every guitar is so different. Gaspare in Quebec, gone for the vibrant, and yeah, this guitar just really stands out. Absolutely stunning. The vibrant teal, beautiful inlay here with the gold and white dots, and the black hardware. Let's check that out. What a wonderful color. And that was a color that at the start I was like a little bit resistant towards, but I think some of the guys here, probably Anthony in production, our production manager, was the one that really pushed me on that. And eventually I gave in and added it as a standard, but I think it's a really, really good color to have in our lineup. Then this one's going to the Netherlands, Rudy in the Netherlands. So we've got green carbon, that really nice dark green that we have. It's like a forest green or a emerald green, depending on what your classification is, but that beautiful dark green that catches the light so beautifully. Black hardware, and it's going to Netherlands. Now, Dennis in Hawaii, and well, this is I guess the right veneer to be going back to Hawaii. So it's Hawaiian koa going to Hawaii, and it's absolutely a stunning piece of Hawaiian koa. It's such a nice light wood, really nice shimmer and golden finish to it, and then it's got that nice flame that's running through it. It's a subtle flame, but does catch the light very nicely. So this is an X10 12 string. So X10, it's 14 frets to the body, got a nice slim neck. It's this one has that 12 string design, and yeah, really, really nice. So it's a very playable 12 string, nice compact body, gives you a lot of access up into the upper register. So you know, if you want to play your 12 string right to the top fret, you can easily get up in there. Really nice balance to it. Vibrant amber back and sides, goes really well with that koa top and the silver dots. Love that 12 string. Then we've got Yale in California, and this is a X20 nylon. So again with the slotted headstock. So the slotted headstock was initially designed for our nylon guitars. The very first one I ever did actually was for a nylon X5, believe it or not. And the X5 was a really small body travel guitar that we did years ago. But yeah, it was designed for that, and then we started to move it across into other guitars that we did, and we've loved having it. Just the step design. The idea was to have a step design where everything stays straight, so the tuner stays parallel or sorry, 90 degrees to the string, and everything goes straight in, but steps in ways, and it works very well, very functional, very elegant, and not the simplest thing for us to make, but it's not really all about being simple. This is a nylon guitar. You can feel straight away it's just that much lighter. Yeah, so we build the tops a little bit lighter on these. The body is also a little bit lighter, and overall it has that different feeling to it. So the whole top and the build has been designed to respond better to the nylon strings, because there's a lot less tension on nylon strings, so you just have to build the guitar a little bit differently. But very, very nice nylon guitar in black carbon. Then we've got Charles in Colorado, another X20, and this is an X20 with Co.Donegal. Just this beautiful little design here with the light sapwood, and this Co.Donegal, it was so nice to have got this. It's got wonderful quilting going on in it, so much detail. I absolutely love this, and we're running out of it fast, so I'm trying to source some more at the moment. The fretboard inlay is the vines with leaves, and the infinity knot here in blue. That vibrant blue just really stands out. Gold hardware and a black carbon back and sides. Bet you're expecting to see blue. So black carbon back and sides and a high vibe pickup system. Now we're into the X30. So the X30 is our big jumbo body guitar. Big guitar with a big sound, big attitude. And this one's going out to Joe in Michigan. And a very nice piece of quilted maple, finished in natural. It's the natural color of the quilted maple, and it has a lot of movement and depth to it. Really, really nice, very nice pattern on that, and black carbon back and sides, and the high vibe pickup system. Now you'll see on the jumbo, it's got that very sculpted body. We've been doing some stories talking about the ergonomics of our guitars. And this is a really, really good example of how you can make a really large guitar feel so much more comfortable. And I've seen somebody commenting online is that their biggest guitar is actually their most comfortable. They have an X30, and then they have some other traditionally designed guitars, and they just find that the X30 is their go-to guitar because of the comfort of it. And I think that's a great testament to what we've done here with ergonomics. Now, Stephen in Germany. This is Clara Walnut, and I love the way this is almost going into these converging lines, making this V pattern going down the top. Wonderful quilting going on here on this Clara Walnut, and beautiful colors. Very, very nice top on that. We've got the Celtic knots, the infinity knot done in red, black hardware. We've got the high vibe pickup system, and then an amber back and sides. So that dark amber works so well with that Clara Walnut, and just that little bit of color in the red. Now we're getting towards the end. This is a guitar going to me. I don't think I've seen another Alistair in the shipping videos. So this is going to Alistair in Leicestershire in England. I think that's a first. Yeah, I don't remember shipping a guitar to another Alistair. So Alistair, nice to meet you. So what have you got? You've got Pau Ferro, and really nice positioning of the detail on the top. We've got these two knots here, just nicely positioned either side of the Crivo humbucker here. So obviously this was a custom. You can't add this on in our 3D builder, but this is something that we can do from time to time if you want a specific configuration. So basically what we've got going on here is the pickup system from an X10 put into an X30, and it doesn't suit all our guitars because it depends on how the neck configuration is, but we have done this in the past on an X30, and works really well. So it's got the MIDI, it's got the Graphtec piezo, it's got the Crivo humbucker here, and all the controls on the side. So Alistair, you've built a very nice X30. It's got the the vines on the neck. It's got a red infinity knot and that amber back and sides. So from one Alistair to another, congratulations. Now, spelt a little bit different. This is Alistair with a A-L-A and I'm a A-L-I. So Alistair is one of those weird names. I think there's about 10 different ways to spell it. I think mine's is the right one though. Okay, Philip in Germany. Now, what a way to end a shipping video. This is the sort of thing that makes me very proud. You know, I designed this, I guess, about 12, 13 years ago. But the team are the guys that build these and make these things beautiful. It's a Chimera. It's got our 6-string and our 12-string. It's got a wonderful piece of spalted chen on the top with these amazing lines and patterns going through that very nice super light color here, and then the sort of burnt oranges in the center. It's got the full pickup system with the Crevo humbucker, the Graphtec piezos, and the K&K under saddle pickup on the 12-string side. It's got all the controls here to blend between them. And I love the fretboard inlay. I've always loved these Celtic knots that we've done, and just the blocks, I think it works really well, doubled up on both sides, the chrome hardware, and then this vibrant back and sides. Vibrant teal is such a great color, it really is, and as a contrast to that on the top, that definitely works. So that's it to finish the shipping video, but we're not finished. We're going to take a walk up to the veneer room where earlier today I've been working a little bit on just choosing the right veneer. It's not easy, you know, like I don't know how you guys do it. You guys have chosen all these veneers and finishes and you know, those combinations of colors, and I'm having to do this only once for Guitar 10,000, and it's not easy to do. So I've got too many choices. You know, I've been thinking about the color for back and sides, color for fretboard, color for inlays, color for the veneer for the top, the type of veneer. I've got about 500 or 600 pieces of veneer up there that I have to choose one from, and I've narrowed it down to about 2 pieces. But yeah, it just really reminds me of what you guys go through when you're trying to design one of our guitars, and thankfully the 3D builder makes it so much easier whenever you go in there and you can actually physically see it and add all those colors together. I'm doing it without the benefit of the 3D builder because I'm choosing things that are not going to be on the 3D builder, but yeah, it's coming together. So let's take a walk and we'll see you in the veneer room. So what I'm trying to do is work out exactly what I'm going to put on the for the veneer for Guitar 10,000. And initially I had picked out a really cool piece of ash burl. It's elm ash burl, or sorry, olive ash burl, and it's got really nice color and contrast. It has a really nice flame in it, and what I liked about it is it's some holes in it. So the initial concept I had was I was going to leave the holes in it, like you can see here, let the carbon shine through it, and I had a really cool pattern, so it really stood out to me. What I decided to do was dye it green, and it didn't seem to be the best idea in hindsight. So, you know, this is the thing we have to experiment and learn with all our veneers, is, you know, what they do whenever we treat them in different ways. So there's some really beautiful colors, but the browns have turned really black, and I don't like that. And in the burl, it's all kind of gone too black. We've lost all the definition. So so in hindsight, the way that I treated this didn't work in the same way as I might have. I was using quilted maple. So unfortunately, it's not going to be this. So we're going to look for something else. Come and take a look. Let's see what else we can find. So what I'm looking for is I want to do a green theme with this guitar. Emerald guitars, it's green theme makes sense. So if we're going to do transparent colors, lighter colors work really good. And so this is Tamo Ash. We have a lot of nice Tamo Ash, and it's good, but maybe just it's not exactly what I'm looking for. This is a good possibility. Quilted maple with a lot of character in it and detail. But the other thing that I've got going on is the fretboard. I'll show you the fretboard in a minute. The other one that I've been thinking about was some flame maple. We have some really intense flame, but it's just not going to quite match it with the fretboard. So what I've been doing, I've just gone through some of the quilted maple that we have in stock, and I've got a really nice piece here that I've been looking at already. So I think this is the one that's maybe going to catch the attention. So if we come in and have a look, you'll see what we've done. The back of this is quite dark, and what happens with some of the woods is they actually oxidize, so they go a little bit darker than they naturally are. So I've sanded this side, and whenever I spray this, you kind of get to see what the true color is, and it's got an amazing pattern. So I think this is worthy of Guitar 10,000. It's got some really stunning quilt going on. Look at that. So that with a green, transparent green and blue. We'll talk about that later. And this is the fretboard. So check out that fretboard. This is very special carbon that we've got. And when we're putting that on, I'll tell you a little bit more about the carbon. But it's very special carbon fiber that we're going to use. So quilted carbon fiber on the fretboard and quilted maple on the top of the guitar. So that's it. That's this step, and we'll follow the whole thing as we go. Okay, so we're going to start and put the very first layers into the mold for Guitar 10,000. So the first layer of polyester has gone into the mold, which actually makes the outer surface of the guitar after we mold it. And we've got our first layer of carbon. And there's multiple different layers of carbon that go in to make up the overall guitar. But we're just going to put in the first ones here. And the whole thing ends up as one continuous carbon piece, but you'll see that it's multiple layers of carbon that actually make it up. So it's not like one piece of carbon everywhere, it's overlapping pieces of carbon, and but that gives us all the strength that we need. So it has to be put in very carefully and get all the detail just right. Okay, so that's the first layers on the shell for the back and sides. Obviously we have a lot more material still to go on in the neck, more material to go on the back and sides as well, but that's the starting point of Guitar 10,000. So this is the veneer that we've cut for the guitar, and basically what we're doing is we just place it very simply into the mold. It's all been cut very accurately, fits perfectly to the contours of the mold, and that's going to be the first layer. We're going to build up different layers of carbon now behind that, and that's what then, whenever we inject the resin into this mold, that's what infuses that wood veneer and fuses it to the carbon fiber, making it really all one piece. So, so quite a simple process, but incredibly effective and really transforms the guitar.